I wanted to explore this area more. Now, I'm hoping that I don't have to go past the... Oh, what the fuck is his name? Big electrified beast of doom. Did I gain an insight? Was I 27 or was I 28? I wonder if that spider thing gave me insight. Okay, having some major frame hitching there. That's weird. Yeah, I'm using this as a training grounds for going to Dark Souls 3. I've never played any of the Souls games. This is my first time playing Bloodborne. Under the, this advice of one of my friends, close friends. I really wanted to look into getting Dark Souls 3, and he's like, pick up Bloodborne first, play it, learn it, figure out how the games work. He says this one was pretty well near to perfect in the way they built it, and so it would be the best, like, learning ground. Hit my dodge button and go. Come on. Escape, 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 escape. Stop taking my eyeballs. Thank you. Sure you didn't do that. Okay, I don't want to go this route right yet. That's down towards a boss, and I am not ready for that boss. What I am ready for is trying to search how to get... let's look around this area. Yeah, come on, charge me. Oh, where'd you come from, bitch? Yep. Still getting the sleep out of my eyes. I just woke up like an hour ago, so once I get into the groove, I'm good to go. Probably need a coffee. Come on, buddy. Yeah, that was the comparison my friend made. They were almost equal. Dark Souls just being the near to perfect. Oy! Dark Souls being the near to perfect game. Both is very easy parts if you played. Okay. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to go back and check my other archive streams, I picked up the game pretty quick. I think I'd played some of Dark Souls 1 a couple years ago. I looked at Dark Souls 2, but never really played it. But, like, the first time I came across the Cleric Beast, I just kind of whiffed the fight just to see what the character was like. Second time I went back, and I believe it was the second time I saw the Cleric Beast, I killed the Cleric Beast. The one that gave me trouble would be Vicar Amelia. That one gave me trouble. Just because of her hair, it was really confusing being able to see her movements when your entire screen was filled with her hair. So it's like you can't quite go right behind her like you do on the Cleric Beast. You know, you got to stick over to her right and left side, watch her swipes, and it became a little bit troublesome in that route. The blood-starved beast, the only issue I had with him is I didn't realize to up my poison resist. That was what kept killing me in the end, and I thought it was like, oh, he'd sneak an attack and I'd die, but it was that third stage where he's giving off poison. So he took me more tries than the other bosses. Father Gascon, he took like 7 tries. I went through a few weapon changes. I was like, oh, let's try this weapon, let's switch to this weapon. So that was my biggest mistake. I should have just stuck to what I know. Is he coming after me? can't remember the name of the boss that's up in this area. All I know is he's... Fuck. I've used quite a bit of insight calling in the other guy, but the Cleric Beast you hated. Cleric Beast, like... It was weird. The Cleric Beast reminded me of another... I can't remember what game it was, but it reminded me of another boss that I'd fought in another game a while ago. And, yeah, the bridge was a little bit hard to work with, but all I did was I kept just constantly rolling towards his legs. Cleric Beast is dangerous if you're like 10 feet away from him. That's where all his attacks land, because he's got such big arms. Once you get under his feet, he doesn't really have much else. I think he's got a single stomp attack that he can do, and even that, it's very slow, so it's really easy just to get to the other side of the other leg. But you just keep hitting his knees over and over and over again. And, like, I picked that one up real easy, real quick. But whereas, like, another boss that might have been easy for somebody else gave me a lot of trouble. And that was the case of Vicar Amelia. My buddy, who recommended me play these games, he's like, Vicar Amelia is so easy, what are you talking about? And it was like, well, it wasn't for me. That was the problem. Hopefully I don't get distracted by that witch again. Sweet blood vials. Can't complain about that. No, this is the town I wanted to quickly look through. For... I have killed 4 of the game's bosses, I believe. The main story bosses. I think the 4 that I named. Cleric Beast, Father Gascoigne. Oh, the Witches of Hemgrove, or whatever the place is called. Blood-Starved Beast, and finally... Ooh. Nope. Heal. That stagger happening there on him. Oh. Another heals. Shit. Another heals. Another heals. And bully. Come on, bully. There you go. Got the bully in there. And then I think I went into the Thumaru Chalice dungeon, and I've made it all the way through the Thumaru Chalice dungeon. I defeated Rom. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I don't think I have. If I had a chance to go back, I would retitle my previous videos, because then I would be able to keep track of the enemies that I fought. Okay, let's see. Does this door open up here? No. Nothing but unseen village here. I just really don't trust this area of town. The open, wide streets, everything about it just seems so wrong for what this game is. Language filter. Come on, puppies. Ooh, come here. You missed me. Ow. Ow. Okay, there we go. Oh, they're so cute. Ugh. Such an ear. Nope. There you are. The sock lever. I really do enjoy the sock lever, but I'm working on like my own self-found, I want to call it exploit, but I have a rule about enemy types. If the enemy is bigger than me, I'll use the saw cleaver or the silver sword of the Kirkhammer. Sorry, if the enemy is my size or smaller, I use the sword or the saw cleaver. If an enemy is bigger or taller than me in any case, then I use the Kirkhammer, because you can interrupt their attack animations. So I can control when the enemy attacks at me, and I can better control when to move out of the way. Now, the pig, the second pig there that I fought, I screwed up on heavily over again. But, no, see, that's the thing. For the Kirkhammer, like, I won't use the hammer portion for fighting bosses. I'll actually use the sword, only for the fact that I can control my stamina better. I may spend a lot bully them with the hammer, because then I can interrupt between their attacks. That was a poor interrupt, because I didn't get a good strike. There's an interrupt, and then his transformation is when I dodge. Can't interrupt that attack usually. Surprised that I did. Interrupt his animation, stop him from being able to attack me. I call it bullying. Let's see if I can manage. Nope. Seems they do the jump attack. I think there was a boss that I was keeping track of when they actually do this. They do the jump attack more often when you lock onto them, I find. If you don't lock onto an enemy, he does a little weird jitter movement and then doesn't jump. If you lock on, they'll jump. Oh, there's that jump. Is that I can interrupt between their attacks. That was a poor interrupt, because I didn't get a good strike. There's an interrupt, and then his transformation is when I dodge. Can't interrupt that attack usually. Surprised that I did. Just interrupt his animation, stop him from being able to attack me. I call it bullying. Let's see if I can manage. Nope. Seems they do the jump attack. I think there was a boss that I was keeping track of when they actually do this. They do the jump attack more often when you lock onto them, I find. If you don't lock onto an enemy, he does a little weird jitter movement and then doesn't jump. If you lock on, they'll jump. Oh, there's that jump. Interrupt, 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 interrupt. Transformation, you got time to move. Interrupt, interrupt. Done. So I'll use that like on executioners, on ogres, any of the large enemy types that have slow movements. No, I find I'll use it once in a while on enemies that are specifically there's a specific utilization for. So, Father Gascoigne, for instance. Yes, I used interrupts on him with the pistol parry, because he was a hunter type character. Hunter type characters are more affected by that pistol parry than others. I find. See, this is where the hammer gets put away, because she's smaller than me, and see how it was really hard to get within her hitbox. So sword comes out. Uh-oh. This could be bad. I can't remember what buttons to spam. Nope. Dodge, 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 dodge. She could have killed me there. Why didn't she do it?